Hello. How are we doing? We froggin. Fuck. Not in this lobby, though. Good. That's good. Chat. Lurks. Flurks, I say. Lurks is catching me in Skyblock XP. Why is my stream deck not on? Oh, stream deck. Please turn on. Please turn on. Thank you. Okay. Lurks is currently catching me in Skyblock XP, and I had to do a little bit of a check to figure out what he was catching me so quickly on. Trophy Frog thing from Sky Hanny? No, it's from Nopo. It might be in Sky Hanny now. It's not. Nopo being one of the developers for Sky Hanny, but she has her own mod, which is just called Nopo. Somewhere in here, there's a frog thing. Trophy frog and fish display. And then just in tab list, which is where it reads from, you just change the widget to show total caught, and then it tells you your pity. What rod is that? Rod of the sea. You dropped an ice spray yesterday? That's kind of cool. I think I've dropped 3 ice sprays. But, yeah, that's cool. It's awesome. I also think Lurks, has this collection done, and I don't. I have 1 more left. So I still need to finish this collection. It is pretty nice. There's a couple things. It's also my armor and equipment thing on the right side. Oh, shit. And it allows me to use emojis. There's a couple other things that it does. There's a party finder kick button, though I don't need that. Rare crop tracker, which is funny to me because you can turn it on to send it to a party chat. So if you're farming with people in a call, you can party each other, and then you can just get yelled at the whole time. What are your thoughts on the healing rework? Haven't looked into it, and I don't really care. Whatever change they think is necessary from it, it's going to happen. Oh yeah, and overflow pet levels are pretty nice. Because in the top left, you can see it tells you your pet in a pretty decent manner. It pulls it from tab list, and then if you turn on the overflow pet XP, it tells you like until its next level and what level it currently is and stuff. Totem animation for Sky Hanny tracker drops, which is nice. Hide powder coating particles, which is pretty nice. Kill Scent Slayer drop is actually pretty nice. And then she added this yesterday, which I think is cool. But you can basically set it to, say I want 60 degrees. If I look 60 degrees down, this is 90, right? If I start looking at 60 degrees, it'll auto F5 for me. Which is actually pretty interesting. I don't have any use case for it, but it's pretty cool. I can see a use case for it for like M5, or not M5, dungeon mages Ready for some fiestas. So I don't mind. So I'm probably not going to do anything during them. Should be Groff, not Gorf. Nope. G-R-O-F, because if it's Forg, it's Groff. You're wrong. I would have streamed yesterday, by the way. But I think yesterday was the worst that I've felt while being sick so far the entire time since Sunday. Sunday, I had a sore throat and was starting to become congested. Monday and Tuesday, couldn't breathe. And then yesterday, I had 2 hours of sleep, went to work at 8 in the morning. Now, it was only 64 degrees outside Fahrenheit. However, it was still sunny, and for pressure washing work, I wear like a rubber overall thing that's black, so that way I don't get completely fucking soaked. And I was wearing that, and you know, black rubber and the sun don't really mix well, and I didn't have water because I was under the influence that, or not under the influence, under the impression is the correct word, that the white vinyl fence that I said I desperately did not ever want to do any of again was going to be smaller than I was led on to believe. It was larger than I was led on to believe. I still did it. But like about 40 minutes in, when I had only gotten probably about 20% of the entire fence done rather than 50 like I thought I was going to have done, I decided I needed to go get 2 bottles of water, otherwise I was going to profusely vomit. I got home, took a nap, then my dad, I think then I ate some food, tried not to vomit for about 3 hours, ended up watching this first half, maybe a little bit more, of the second season of My Hero Academia with my dad again, and then in the middle of that, fell asleep, woke up to the worst migraine I've ever had in the last 3 years. And by the point that it was finally gone, it was like 11 p.m. You seen a doctor for heat stroke? It wasn't heat stroke. I know that. Because again, it wasn't hot, and like 40 minutes of standing outside, I said, no, I need water. Went and got water. I was fine for the rest of the day. It's just running on 2 hours of sleep and being sick and being, like, struggling to breathe isn't very great, you know? Fine now. That was yesterday. By the end of yesterday, at least, I could breathe a lot better. Now we are Froggin. Yeah, I have never had heat stroke, but I certainly know when I am not okay in the heat. Because I've been in way hotter and been, like, working in hotter and not felt like that. Well, it's just because I was sick. I know that. Heat stroke is a little bit different. You kind of just become super weak. But, you know, pressure washing, so I'm using a Hotzi, which is a, yes, I'm okay. I'm using a Hotzi, which is a high-pressure heated pressure washer as well. Hot water as well does not go very well. And that fucking thing hurts. It blasts back so much. It has so much pressure. I don't remember what its PSI is, but it's like, you know, a lot higher than your average bought-off-the-shelf pressure washer. So that thing was constantly kicking back at me the entire time. Why is it a heated pressure washer? Because you're cleaning a white vinyl fence. That shit sucks with anything that isn't heated. If I was cleaning something that was covered in mud, that's regular water and pressure that's going to get that off. But a heated pressure washer is for, like, dusty grime that will still leave stuff. Typically, a heated pressure washer can get stuff off that usually soap and water would also get off. Soap and cold water, at least. Or, like, oil and grease is usually a pretty good reason for a heated pressure washer. But yeah. I am happy, though, because the last time I did a vinyl fence, the dude said he probably had about 250 feet of it, and he lived on a fucking pasture. And there was a lot more than 250 feet. There was one fence that went all the way down his driveway that was actually two fences on both sides. The one on the left went down and then across the highway for about 2,000 feet. And then the other one did the same thing in the opposite direction. And he had the audacity to tell us it was 250 feet. And my brother told him it would take us 1 day. We went out there 5 times. Because you have to do the front side of the fence, the back side of the fence, the underside and the top side of the boards. And his stupid fucking fence. You know, white vinyl fences have, like, the nice, like, posts. And then they have the caps. None of his caps were secure, so every time we'd get to one, it was like a 95% chance that you blow it, and then it gets flown off into the next universe. You did pay more? He ended up telling us not to do the backside that was facing the pasture, and just do the side that was on the highway. But it was per hour. Why did everything get dark? But it was taking so long that he told us not to do the side that was on the pasture. And there was 2 people working on it. It was me and my dad. My dad was working on the other fence while I was working on the opposite one, so that way we could get it, like, done as quick as we could. Not fucking happening. That shit was crazy. Yeah, this one was just like a house. And it was far easier. My brother initially said 2 hours. Took me 3.5. Because he's never washed a vinyl fence before, so he doesn't know how to fucking wash them or how long it takes, but that's okay. I did burn myself a couple times, though. Because the heated pressure washer, like, boils the water, and then the whole water line is hot. And then especially the metal fittings are hot. Like, I'm wearing gloves and stuff, but I'm in a short sleeve shirt. So if I accidentally, like, tap one of the quick release fittings with my arm, I'm just like, oh, that's not cool. Happened a couple times. It's not hot enough to leave, like, scars or anything, but it's like that, like, ow, fuck. And then you're just really annoyed for the next 30 seconds. I do need to find more O-rings, though. Because I'm pretty sure I blew one out of one of the pressure guns. And by pretty sure, I mean I know that I did, because I tried to put the thing back in after I blew out one of the tips, and it wouldn't. So I had to swap guns. It was great. It's my brother's company. Both of them. They collectively own it together, and then I'm just working for them. I'm going to be doing the exact same thing probably in August, which is around when I left last time. But if there's just a sudden stop of all content, you'll know, because I'll say it in my server, but I'm pretty sure they're still sticking on the 2 weeks on, 2 days off system for wildfire stuff. So, oh yeah, during the summer, we do pressure washing for wildfire camps, which is, you know, government contracted job. It's pretty nice. It's a lot of money. Um, but it requires me to be in a place where there's no access to internet pretty much the entire time. Stable internet, at least. And also, I'm working 90% of the time, so I can't really stream or do anything. I don't, not when it's on fire. Remember, I'm in a wildfire. You can enjoy the woods all you want, but when you're close enough to the wildfire in the camp, it's fucking smoky as shit every time you go outside. But they do feed us for free, so that's pretty nice. But also, the smoke creates like a heat blanket, and then 80-degree weather becomes 100 degrees in about 3 days. It's like, okay. Cool. Hi, Luna. Seems like I'm going to be pitying, Bullfrog here soon, which thank fucking God, I want to be done with it. I have about 32 left. Would like to just get all this done so I can sell the pet item. How much are they? Lotus. 195, so they went back up. I mean, I'm not going to lose a whole lot of money. I don't think I spent too much on it, actually. Like, in comparison, I think about 80 mil more is about what I spent. Tracking does affect Puddle Jumper, yes. And also the hook. Get this hook. Especially if you ever want to go for Aquamarine dye. Because Puddle Jumpers have the highest drop chance for Aquamarine dye. Because of their rarity. And then they're also super common. So, you know, having the highest drop chance and then also being incredibly fucking common is awesome. Yeah, I bought it. I bought the Lotus Crown for 285, so I will lose about 90 mil, which isn't too bad. I still, to this day, really wish that I waited a little bit on the frog, though, because I did not spend a small amount of money on getting Mythic Frog, and now Mythic Frog's like 30 mil. Could have had an extra 200 million coins in my purse. Or not 200, but like 150, I think, is what it was. But no. No, not bad at all. It's not what I said. Why is it not working? Hello? I got another wetlands diamond yesterday. I'm not very happy about that. Because I'm pretty sure that's my third one. Could be wrong. Who knows? It seems like the Lotus Crown Jewel thingy, or whatever it's called. Lotus Crown. Is like at a stable 200-ish mil. Which is weird because I figured more people would, after they use it, sell it. Because you only need it for 2 things and then it's not useful at any other point. Why do I have 90 trophy chance? Yesterday I had 80. I'm confused. Ooh. There's another one. There's another one. Fuck. Really feeling like Mario. What? The fuck? Oh, there's the Skyblock XP. Why is that so loud? My day today has been pretty boring, though, in comparison to yesterday, which felt eventful, but mostly because everything was bad. Today I woke up at 2 p.m. It's now 3:46. You'll never guess what I've been doing. So I'm pretty close to being able to complete Composter. The big thing that I'm missing right now is the rare crops. So I'm missing Fermento, Crappie, Squash. And then once I have that, technically the copper, but I have enough zombuds from doing zombuds that I have all the copper that I need. So I'll kind of just chuck that in there, and then I should be able to knock out composter from that point on. The issue with the fermento thing is, like, if I want to buy that much fermento, I'm pretty sure, even if I was to take the cheapest fermento on Bazaar and then multiply the amount of fermento, which is like 700 or something that I need. Maybe I'm wrong on that one, but I know it's not a small number. For a composter. Fermento itself is going to get more expensive the further, or the more of them that I would buy, by a long shot. So I'm not really certain how that's gonna go. Hi, tired. Oh! It's not the frog I thought I was about to get. What's your favorite type of bread? Probably bread. Once I get bullfrog, I'll be 550. I wonder where I am. It's like 568 or something. 845, crazy. I think Emma's max XP. 568, 52. Get it. Oh, yeah. Don't crash. Don't crash. Don't crash. Don't crash. Don't crash. Don't crash. Thank you. There's just zero guarantee that the shaders won't crash, though. Regardless of what I have. Minecraft is kind of weird. I skipped through the rules by accident. Can I ask you to visit my island? I mean, you can. I'm just not going to do it. It's not against the rules. I'm just not going to do it right now. I appreciate you asking, at least, though. It's like a lot better than 90% of people who don't. Are my chat rules not below the stream, too? Oh, they are. Is that the same? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know if those are the same chat rules. I don't know if I ever updated them when I changed them. That's not the right settings. I want this one. No, motherfucker! On mobile, I think you can still see panels. Maybe I'm wrong. Why do I have moderator analytics? I don't want moderator analytics. Get it done. Orale. Why is it always so hard? How to change chat rules? Thank you. What the fuck? Moderation settings. Hate this thing. Wait. Can I? What? Huh? I found it. There's a button in the chat right next to where you enable it, probably. I don't have a feedback feature. I need to test something. Is Soupy a bot or a mod in my chat? The bot. Not him himself. I don't even think the bot works. Oh my god, it does. I need someone that's not modded to try and send a Twitch link. And then I need, if I said YouTube, or I need someone to send a, cool. Send a YouTube video as well. If you can. Hello, Spaz. 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 Spose. Spigzigzy. Spac? Incorrect. Space? Oh. Except that's a Z. So what did you send? Okay. U2.be is not a link that it has. Why are some of them like that? That doesn't make sense. Did you copy the link at the top or did you click the share button? Okay, copy the link at the top for me. Oh, okay, you're on mobile. Never mind then. Well, then I think this should be fine. Try it again, if you can. It might tell you can't send the same message, but I don't think it should. Say the YouTube one. Okay, cool. Get rid of that for the time being. And then... Okay. I want anything on this to be fine. And then anything on hypixel.net should be fine. Now, let's go for, like, this. You sound sick? That's because I am sick. If you can send that link really quick, I want to see if it blocks that one from you. Because it should. That's the idea, is that it should. Cool. Untime out DSD 20. That's crazy that it, nope. What do you mean it doesn't exist? I put an exclamation point in front of your name. Ha! So, I don't want it to do that, though. That's a bit excessive. I'd rather it just delete the message. The timeout that is applied after an initial 5-second timeout warning? Did you get timed out the first time, or did it just delete the message? No, it just deleted the message. It didn't time you out before. Why are they lying? That's the wrong message. That's the blacklisted words and phrases that has all the slurs. No, it's still wrong. You never got timed out for 5 seconds with a warning. Yeah, but it just deleted it. It didn't time you out for 5 seconds. Can I change this? How's the frogging going? We got a diamond tree frog earlier. What does stream elements look like for this? Penalty, warn and delete message. Oh, shit. Okay, let me turn this off. Okay. This should be on. Can you try it again? Try one of the YouTube links if you have one. It should let you send it. Motherfucker. Okay. And then try the Skycrypt link again. It deleted it, and it should have sent you a moderator warning, right? Yes. Okay. Now, can I change the reason? It doesn't look like I can change the reason, which is stupid. Because I'm assuming that reason just said no links rather than only these links. I mean, previously it just didn't let you send any links, and I was getting a little bit fed up with people trying to send like clips or YouTube clips and stuff and just not being able to, or Hypixel stuff. Kind of new in Skyblock. How do I grind combat? Out of every skill that you can grind, I think combat is probably the least likely one that you should grind. Um, if you're looking for like early game to try and get to like the end or something, if you can get to the dwarven mines and then get a pickaxe, there is a couple of entities. Dwarven mines, by the way. Hang on, let me. Since do you know what the dwarven mines are? Yes. Okay. So you go here. If you have a pickaxe, oh, there's a goblin thing. These guys give a fairly substantial amount of XP. For super early on. They do hurt early on, but you can one-shot them with a pickaxe is the biggest thing. And then whenever you get to like a higher combat level to get to the end, you go to the end, right? And then you kill the Enderman until you have full Ender armor. There should be a guy called the Lost Adventurer standing around here. You'll have to talk to him for the quest first. Get the armor, and then eventually he'll give you the Void Sword, and the Void Sword's going to be pretty good from that point on. But, I mean, early game combat is just going to be that, I think. Nice, thank you. How was your stream? Hopefully it was pretty good. But yeah, other than that, Black Cynics, nothing, really. I mean, you kind of just get combat XP as you go on doing other things from that point on. Like, if you do dungeons, you'll get a lot of combat XP. If you do Slayers, you'll get a lot of combat XP. I think it's probably the skill that you need to focus on the least, because you'll just get it over time. Though some people, for certain things like Kudra, people will be pretty up your ass about whatever your combat level is. Yeah, revs are pretty good. I'd argue spiders are probably better. Actually, no, they probably aren't, because they're not fast, huh? Depends on early game XP, really. I really don't know how that works for early game Slayers. I haven't been early game Slayer gaming in the year of 2026. What mod is doing the inventory as a GUI? Inventory HUD plus. My setting is it's on mini mode, and the alpha is 20. Nothing else. Vertical mode, ugly as shit. But if you want to put it on the side of your screen, go ahead. You're wrong for that. Oh, and mini mode. I think I said mini mode. Otherwise, it's this big. Which, I mean, is fine, but I don't like seeing it unless I'm intentionally looking for it. Can also animate it. Not that I know what that does. I'm assuming if I... Yeah, I don't know what that does. Maybe it shows a little animation for whenever something goes into my inventory, but we'll have to see once I get a gold. If I get a gold. Wait, I can drop my item. That's what it looks like. That's fucking ugly. Also, Black Synox, thank you for the sub. I realize you did that, and I just ignored you. But thank you. How do we get a hype train? My settings aren't very high for that. Oh! They have armor HUD on for this. Doesn't show equipment, but it's there. Does it show equipment? Nope. They have a potion HUD, and then you can move it. But I wouldn't, because it really doesn't look very good anywhere else. It is, absolutely. You can also hide the background. I don't know what that does. But yeah, the alpha is just like how clear you want it to be in the background, so you put it to 100. Like, you can still see through it. But again, I don't like that. I like it being pretty much not there. No, I know that. I just didn't know if it would. Which is why I'm using Nopo for it on the right. So that way I know what my equipment is. Only 5 more bullfrogs, gang. We'll be at 596, and then 597, and then 598, and then 599, and then 600, and then 601 will be the diamond. Yeah. I initially didn't want it ever because I thought it was stupid, and I still do, kind of. I just haven't taken it off. But the only reason that I got it was because when Rare Finders initially came out, it didn't notify you if you got one ever, so it was the only way that I knew if I got one. And now I just look through it all the time because it's not where I'm looking. But of course, we can see that stuff now. I didn't even know Lace was live, by the way. When the fuck was he live? I'm realizing this now. I just don't update to auto-cropping on clips. Your clip that button in Stream Manager now auto-crops your clips by detecting your cam and gameplay. I don't have a camera. I am following Lace, right? I am. Chill. Trying to get a mouse mat. Mouse mats are probably one of the best inventions ever. I don't have metal. I personally hate metal, and instead I use this amazing thing called OBS. A lot of people don't know that this exists. But, there's like a whole button right here. You do have to enable it through your settings, but this is just a clipping thing that you can set how far back you want to be able to go. Just doesn't make sense. Lurks did have metal open on accident once and said, hey, metal, clip that, and then it did clip that, and it was fucking hilarious. Actually, speaking of lurks, suddenly I want to know how far I am on all achievements for Forza. I know he doesn't know how far he is, but I want to know. "72 hours! 46 out of 57. It's not bad. What am I missing? Display 3 different cars at your garage. Set a lap time at a time attack circuit while driving any track toy. Complete a race event with a spec racing We're within a spec racing championship. Visit another player's estate. Earn 10 levels in Horizon Play. Earn 81 stars from stories, which I didn't know there was 81, but that's crazy. Park at 3 different car meets. Park the 2025 GR-GT prototype at a car meet, which I don't have. Earn the maximum promotion at a job, which I gotta do. Earn 100 levels in Horizon Play, which I don't want to do that. And then earn a series history reward, which I also don't want to do. I do have 72 hours, yeah. It's a fun game. It's about 60-ish hours just to finish like all the races and stuff. And unlock all the roads and everything. Also, that is Toyota's car. Two more bullfrogs. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Come here. Ah. Can I have my 2 bullfrogs? Please? Please? Can I have my bullfrogs? I want my bullfrogs. That's a G-Drag. I don't know how long I've been fishing with a G-Drag on, but that is really depressing. Probably since I killed the first Toodle. There's the bullfrog. Was that not pity? No, that was pity. Okay. That's good. Nope. I still need that, but I can go donate this now. Warp Museum. I don't know if I should farm some more or go to bed. It's 1:20 in the morning. That is up to you. I'm gonna get the cave frog. You know what sounds like a really good idea? I'm gonna go blow my nose. It's so cold. Help me. Help me. Toodle. Toodle. Toodle is dead. I'm scared. Why is this person doing that to me? Did they ever change the PV menu to include trophy frogs? No. I am now cold. Does it automatically update? What? With what happened to Sky Handy, I'd really hope that any mod doesn't auto-update anymore. I am sick. I think you asked if I was sick earlier, and I said yes. But maybe that wasn't you. I could be wrong. What happened to my fucking headphone cable? Where? What? Found it. Eight trophy chance versus 5. The only issue is that literally doesn't work for anything except for the ones that are good for moving, which is sea, wet, common, and like that's it. Surely I get the Diamond Cave frog soon. What's a pity you needed to catch it if you didn't pitting it? 600. South on the left. Giant. There's like... Not to... You know, it's only right there. How much? That's a good question. You can zoom in on mobile, can't you? Take your thingies and then you pinch and then expand. I thought you could at least. No? Yes, you can. You absolutely can. I just did it on both vertical and horizontal. Mm-hmm. On my own stream, too. Here. I'll even screen record it for proof. What kind of phone do you have? I wonder if that's related. It shouldn't be. Should still be a Twitch feature because it's not like it's zooming in on my screen. It's just zooming in the actual video. Yeah, I'm on Apple, but again, I don't think that's actually the thing here. Are you in my server? Nope, nope, don't switch to the Korean keyboard. No? Okay, hang on. I'm gonna put it on stream then. You didn't get this. Pretend like it's not for you. Because it isn't. See, look at this. Is it my stream? You take your fingers, they're pinched, and then you open your fingers from that point while on the video. I'm doing that. Do it again, but better. Do you think a second Hyperion Chimera would be worth considering the Magic Mine rework? I don't see how that would make any sense. There would be no... Are you saying not to do it like, are you asking if you should do it because they're going to remove Chimera doing that? Or Magic Mine stuff? Is that what you're asking? For fishing? Nah, that didn't answer my question. Why'd you have two Chime Hypes? One for RCM, one for LCM. I have an RCM Chime Hype, and then there's the LCM Chime Hype for dungeons. My RCM is just for general use. like fishing. I mean, we don't really have an actual tell of when we're getting Magic Find rework, right? So, I mean, I have this one. If your plan is to ever mage in dungeons, don't do the RCM one first, I guess. I sold you drugs on August 15th, 2025. Is that so? Is that so? August 15th. I was probably live that day. Hang on. Twitch. Tracker.com. Too short. To hit. I can't wait to see the random follower spike of bots on this. Man, I love it. What the fuck? April, I had an average viewership of 53? Oh, no. That's because that was also view botting. Max viewer is 3,000. Crazy. I don't touch dungeons. I just use it for fishing. Then make an RCM hype. There's no reason not to. We said August 25th, huh? I was live. What did I stream on August 25th? What? Hang on. It was Diana, I guess. Hang on. Look at this. 2025. August 25th is this day. It says I was live for 7 hours, had an average of 16 viewers, max viewers 29. I click it. Takes me here. Where did August 25th go? Where did it go? It's just gone. I know. I know that they said 15th. But I like... Anyway, August 15th, this day, right here. I was live twice. Oh, it's probably rollover from a stream the previous day. So, like, this one looks like it ended at 12:30 at night, which means I probably started it on the 14th at, like, 10 p.m. Dog, I didn't even know you. December 3rd, 2024, huh? Huh? December 3rd, 2024. Wait, actually, okay. You want to know how I know I didn't do shit on December 3rd, 2024? The first 2 weeks of December in 2024, Tux was actively running a streamer bingo with like 15 people who nonstop did a bingo board for 2 weeks straight. And I did nothing except for play Skyblock for 2 weeks straight. Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of which, Blaze finally posted part 3 of that video and showed that I won that bingo event overall. Took him a while, but 18 months exactly, actually, to post the 3rd video. I don't want to talk shit about it, but his editing's kind of bad. The first 2 videos he didn't edit. He paid for someone to edit those. And I can't lie, I don't think that that was the greatest idea because that was not editing that I would say was payment worthy. But the 3rd one he did himself. And it also seems marginally better because there's not 10 seconds of dead space between every time he starts speaking. So I'd say he did better than the previous editor. So this is something I would do, only play Skyblock for 2 weeks straight. Well, I mean, considering since January 1st of 2024, which is when I started streaming Skyblock again, I haven't really stopped. There was like a solid maybe half a month to a month where I played vanilla for a little bit on top of Skyblock. But I haven't really streamed the whole lot. Oh, no, that's not true. December. In December of last year, I mean, I played a little bit of Arc Raiders for... I think I put 100 hours of worth of playtime in Arc Raiders in about 4 days. Nope, 5 days. Like, literally, there was very little amount of time that I actually slept. I woke up, started playing Arc Raiders, went to bed. It was fun, though. Arc Raiders kind of killed itself off, though, because, I mean, I guess it didn't kill itself off. It's still a fun game, I'm sure. But I was playing it so much because it was so good and, like, optimized for such a well-looking game, decent-looking game, and having, like, such interesting AI model-trained, like, enemies. Not, like, shitty AI models that everyone hates and belittles, and, like, they used game AIs and they let them learn the terrain and how to walk and did training models off of that. Like, the type of shit that Code Bullet used to do. And still does, actually. Like, that stuff. It's just, like... I started playing shortly after the Stella Montes update. But from that point on, like, there was months between updates, and they do not update that game enough for me to stay interested. Because for a game that, like, honestly, extraction shooters I get are fun because they're competitive for individual players. But as somebody who really likes the PvE aspect of it, on top of the, like, sometimes people are assholes type of thing, I mean, I would like to see more content from it, but it's just kind of hard. What was the longest gaming session you ever had? 28 hours. I know there's a new map. That gaming session was also on Skyblock. Now you can enjoy MMO and PvEs over competitive PvP. I was already doing it. That was also 2024 space. That was, I did on my spring break, I did a 24-hour stream where I was finishing up my floor 7s for, because I was doing M7 with a party quite a bit, but I didn't have a diamond Necron head, so when everyone got offline for the M7 party, I moved over to floor 7s with one of the player, or one of the party members, because he was still awake. Got my Diamond Necron head, dropped a handle, even though I already had a hype, and then used that remaining couple of hours for him to carry me to E-Man 7, got my term after buying it, and then spent the remaining, I think, 6 hours getting Master Stars. I don't. But if you're in my Discord server, I think there's a pets channel. If you put it there, I'll probably end up seeing it because I refuse to let my chats in my own server be unread by me because I'm like the only moderator in my own Discord server. Diamond Frog. So, that's just not where I either warped. That's okay, though. For a good reason. That's how it's auto-modded. Bye. Nothing's gonna change. I'm gonna keep fishing. Actually, we are back. What the fuck? I don't think that's mean. Look at what they said. Man, the smell of tasty cheese. Fine. Is this heaven? Oh, you want heaven? Hmm. Now what about purgatory? It's like that one frog thing. One frog gif. You know what I mean? Can't seem to find... It's the Hypnotoad from Futurama. But there was one that had a specific background that I was reminded of, but I can't seem to find it. Should probably move to 26.2. Why do you keep all this stuff in your sacks? For fun. Technically, it's a really good indicator if anything's ever being manipulated. Because suddenly my sack value just spikes. I can also use it to kind of track down some of the things that are just slowly increasing in prices. Like anytime we have a Diana drought for a little while, I think my sacks were like almost 8 billion because of the last, like, pre-Diana. Because we were at 400k feathers. Why is the French guy upside down? Oh, he's swimming. Can we actually swim now? Kind of. Hey. The walls don't look much different. How is my trophy chance lower than it was earlier? That doesn't make any fucking sense. I had 90 earlier. Doesn't make sense. Hang on, wait. What am I trying to look for? Nope. Yeah, no clue. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a good idea. Look around the people that you have or you are forced to drive around on a daily basis. It does not seem like a good idea. Also, I don't... Hi, clown. There's something about cars and driving that bothers me is I don't understand why we're so obsessed with putting, like in the US, the driver's side of the car on the side of the road where if there was to be a head-on collision with oncoming traffic, even if you were to just barely clip the other car, you are still going to be hurt because you are still in that line of impact. I understand that maybe it's so we can see before we turn around a corner, but would it not just be safer for us to use right-side driving cars and drive on the right side of the road, so if we get into a head-on collision, there's less of a chance of us dying if we're ever so slightly off-center? I don't get it. Doesn't make sense to me. I'm not going for a die. It literally says what I'm doing. Technically, I guess I am going for one. It's just not intentional. Actually, I'm not even certain that I can get it with this. Am I getting... Oh, no, I am. Technically, I could get treasure die from this. No. I finished the die grinds on Wednesday. Like, always. Or usually always. Unless there's a little break in the middle. From having to do something. So the title says We Froggin. How could that mean that I'm also going for a die? Oh, I know what I could do. That you're always going for a die? No. If it's not actively during the die grind, I'm usually going for Skyblock XP because I want to be max XP before I really start hard locking in on other dies. Yeah, it is treasure die. I think it's the only one that I can actually get. Also, I am not the die guy. I still don't understand why people say that. Like, I don't know if anyone knows who Red Potato is. She got the thingy, big boy item, but she started a dye profile where she's grinding dyes. I'm not even mentioned with the other dye grinders. Like, here's Squid, here's Pat, here's someone that I don't actually remember the name of. Here's 2B, here's Wile, but, or no, here's Odin, not Wile. Don't know who the fuck this is. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Wile's skin, but it's not Wile. But I'm most definitely not the dye guy. We reaching for the stars with that one. She's the dye girl? No? Oh, actually, never mind. I guess she's gotten a couple dyes. Looks like 3. Punch her. Leah, why are we being mean? Also, hi, Leah. Leah, do you hate potato? Do you have a problem with potato? Do you even know who potato is? No? Okay, cool. Ah! What? They are? Ah! Rubik's Cube! No, 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 no. We gotta go play Mineplex. I feel like I don't. Mineplex never had any real games that I was ever interested in except for speed builders, and Hypixel has that now. Like, I don't think there is a single game that I remember ever actually enjoying on Mineplex except for speed builders. Why do I have an @ in this server? Event announcements. Someone got that? What is this? Sorry, easy 9.6 mil by just passive farming? You know farming isn't passive. Speaking of the real form of passive farming, though, hang on. Warp Garden. I need to check my greenhouses. No! No! Basically passive. It's not. That's not how passive works. That's not what passive means. Trust me, I can tell. Seems like there's not a whole lot of brain cells altogether. I don't know who said that. Chat spam. Helianthus? Helianthus? Cool. And cool. Thank you. $436 for Mento out of I don't remember how much PV. Farming. Composter. A lot. $735. So I'm a little over halfway done, and then I still need squash and crappie, which is sad. I don't understand why we're not getting squash and crappie from this. That doesn't make sense. Good shot. Give me the frog. Give me the frog. Give me the frog. Give me the frog. And now I have less trophy chance again. What? Did you just say Legion? Combat stats? I don't understand. Does rain do something? That's a good question, but I don't think it does 10 trophy chance. I think it does give a little bit, though. Like, I lost 5 earlier. I don't know how I lost another 5. Actually, that just didn't fucking do anything. No, it did. Wait, so there was an umbrella in the other one that now I'm not getting the... There was an umbrella in the other one, and I had 81, and now I'm at 86. Oh my god, what is happening? I don't understand. Probably rain, which that would make sense. Thank you, Leah. It's totally my birthday today. Someone's fucking with sack stuff. Oh, it actually might just be because of the garden, actually. The fuck did you load? I don't know. Good. No, I don't think they should do that. Because then that would run the risk of them adding a dye to seal beach balls and also for Year of the Witch, and I don't want to do that. Technically, Year of the Witch is any mob ever, so I guess not that one, but... No. No, they should not. Little bit. I should note, I'm not exactly happy about next week's dye. What's it gonna be? Why the fuck would I tell you? I don't tell you guys before the video comes out. You'll know when I start streaming it. That's loud. That's really loud. Hello, Ultra Hazard. Welcome back. Hello, Beaker Stars. Oh, what? Update. Rude. Oh, it's up to date now. QO. Should listen to Sumika. Nope. It's Hidden Inventory Arc Intro. It's in the playlist. If it plays, it plays. What is Melon's speed again? Don't. No. I do, yes. Yeah. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. No, I wanted that. Why did I close that? That's not what I wanted. That had my YouTube dashboard on. Okay. Pikachu stars. Visit my island should be the same name. I will go in a moment. That Seashine is getting obliterated. I built some stuff on my island you want to see. I don't. I don't want to see it. I want to keep trophy fishing. I still don't have max pet menu, do I? Pretty sure there's a couple pets that I'm missing. Oh. The song's playing anyway. I guess you got your wish. I have this. I don't have the bee or the pet event. I might get those soon. I don't remember what they do, though. No! Bee. I'm ready to be done with this any minute now. Surely it just gives me the diamond in the next 50 catches. Oh my god, it's almost 6 o'clock. Maybe, instead, it's time for me to go eat dinner. What? Crazy. How many would I get? How many toodles? 75. Man, I love how in Tootle Tunnel there's no Tootles. That's really convenient. So you need 225. It's like 3.5 stacks. It's a lot of Silver Lotus. Right. Well, I'm done. We're gonna raid somebody. I don't know who. It's either Nose or Maz. Is Maz not streaming Skyblock anymore? He's not. Yeah. We're gonna raid Nose. He's doing M7. I will see you again at a different day. I don't know when. Bye-bye.